Oh, what a crazy morning. It's Monday, July 31st. You guys have to make sure at this point, it's no longer just about the 9 a.m. show. Make sure you're in the VIP chat. And it's a little bit about the market. The market's just a little bit crazy now. So you're getting like full moves in pre market session. But this morning, we gave you ACHR. ACHR has been a long term holding for us. We got this as our pick in the eVTOL sector, the EV airplanes, basically, electric vehicle takeoff and landing. So they had a great press release this morning. We flagged for you at like, I don't know, 6 a.m. or something in the early pre-market session. U.S. Air Force and ACHR enter into contracts worth up to $142 million, representing landmark investment in eVTOL technology by U.S. military. You can go ahead and read it. It's a great press release. Now, 142 million, let's compare. What's the magnitude of that, right? 142 million, a couple of reference points. The market cap's 1.2 billion, so it's over 10% of the market cap. Another reference point, if you go look at the news history, when we initially got started with this, you'd have to go far back, but Stellantis, here it is, Stellantis here, this company that is a $64 billion company, you know, their financial partner. They're basically invested, I think, 150 million into ACHR, and I think they said even more if they need it, right? So this is one of our favorite stocks in the sector because there's like not really, it seems like there's not dilution risk. It seems like Stellantis is going to pay for them. That was 150 million, and now we got this morning 142 million. This is the most significant catalyst since we got started. So, you know, the call this morning was simply seeing the stock at just $5 when we called it in the VIP chat. I mean, we closed yesterday in like that 490, Friday at 490. So, you know, to be able to buy this, was that the close? The close was 478, but it hit at 490. But to be able to buy this at like our average price is 498.5. That was like a no-brainer. So we put the alert out this morning at $5 with a $5.50 price target, which is simply the proximal high up here, roughly, right? It's 5 hit to the penny. Wow. All right. Now, we sold 10% of our, 50% of our shares there at in the 540s. Who knows? Maybe we should have sold more. Now you're getting a pullback. So if you didn't get that big 10% move this morning, will there be other opportunities? We'll see. I mean, this market is a little bit tough right now because you're getting these crazy moves, and you'll see when we go through these other stocks. Like, do you want to be chasing this at 528, or or do you want to be in the VIP trading room early in the morning and get it at 5? So, but we sold some at 550. So I think a good place. There's a big support here at 525. I think in the 520s is probably a safe place to pick some up. I'm thinking right here in the 520s now. I'm thinking we are going to test that 558 today. That's a 52-week high. This is big enough, in my opinion, this contract, both in terms of the magnitude for the fundamentals, but also in terms of the sentiment, that we are going to challenge $5.58 today. But we'll see, okay? It's definitely, if you're getting in now, it's a lot harder than at 5, but I think I like this area here. You can see the RSI dipping in closer to 30 right as we're getting around 525. All right. If for some reason it gets back to 5, I'm going to load the boat. All right. So that was our first pick of the day. That is our top pick for the day. Oh, how did I get a scratch over here? Schnitz, man, I'm bleeding. All right. So that's our number one pick, ACHR. We'll go through the others and we'll try to see what else is going to be the top picks here. Palantir was our top pick Friday. We give you a swing target of 19 to the low 20s. It exceeded 19, so I'm sure we sold some. I wasn't handling the trades on this one, but I'm sure we sold some here around 19. This is pre-market. I guess it's not clear. 19 was a previous high. Did we break through 19? Did we not? Are we going to get rejected at this 19 kind of cup resistance here and then make a move back, to the low or mid 18s or the 20 DMA before we make a run to the low 20s? I'm not sure about that. So it may make sense to take some profits. This was our top pick. We gave it to you at 17, a little under 17 Friday morning. In 2 days, it hit swing target number 1 at 19. Again, swing target number 2 in the low 20s. It may make some sense to sell some here just in case it does not see over 19 in regular hours today. And then you can maybe get a pullback for a day or so before your next move up to the low 20s. So you have to decide how do you want to play that for yourself. And ACHR already bouncing off that 525 level, looking good. All right, here's another one. Good RX. We gave this to you. We're holding this, right? We have this was like a swing or day to swing trade we gave you on the CVS catalyst a couple weeks ago, and we did convert a position of that into a long-term holding. So we've been sitting in a long-term position, not a huge long-term position. And the stock has pulled back since that CVS news. It hit a high of 787, pulled back near the 20 DMA, and now bouncing back up on what? A major price target upgrade from TD Cowen, going from 650 to 12. They've doubled, almost doubled their price target on GoodRx. So I don't think we got into this yet. I want to get into this, man. I want to get into this. I didn't like it as much as the ACHR news because that also impacts fundamentals. We already had our catalyst impacting fundamentals here, right? The morning of July 12th, and we rode that for a couple days. So now there's a price target increase. So I don't like it as much. I don't feel like chasing it. But on the other hand, you can see your targets here are the recent proximal highs of 787. So you have 787, which potentially another 40 cents to the upside. And also, price target increases by analysts have been huge catalysts in recent weeks. Like, because the market's just like, it's just on fire. It's just waiting for any small catalyst to send, especially a former runner, right? Yeah, a former, stock in the COVID days up here at $60. All of these stocks, as soon as you get like a sniff of a analyst getting more positive on it, it's triggering short squeezes. So I'm a little bit torn on, do I want to chase this at 740 or not? We might take a small position here at 740 and hope to get a pullback in the morning. But that's a massive price target increase. It's massive news from CVS recently. It's clear to me the next target is 787. The question is, how does it get there? Do we pull back and try to do a gap fill in the morning first? So I'm not sure. For me, a lot of doubt in terms of the best entry right now on GoodRx. But again, this is a longer term position for us, and we could maybe potentially be swinging this to 787 and higher. So, depends on your time frames, right? I think that this is an excellent price at 740 if you have a longer term time frame. For today, is it the best entry? I'm just not sure yet. Okay, hard to say here because it's had a 10% move up. All right, Wayfair had some news, but I'm not going to play this one. This is another price target increase on a highly shorted in my life. I don't really know about the fundamentals. I don't know if it's cheap or expensive, but look at this. Piper Sandler. How do you say that? Tripled their price target basically from 35 to 97 with a huge short position of 32%. This is exactly the scenario that caused Carvana and UPST to explode about 25% in one day. Okay? Those were both recent, and it was the same exact situation. Big price target increase, highly shorted. It's only up 5.5%. And I may be a fool for not getting into this yet. Maybe I should. Maybe it's worth a small risk because of the history of what's happened with these stocks recently. You can see here you got resistance at 74.25, this candle resistance, which is already taken out in pre-market. In addition to that, you have your 52-week high at 76.35, already taken out in pre-market. You have this big, gigantic W bottom. I mean, honestly, it looks great. It really does look great for this to make a big move today. Who knows, like another $10 up or something, like a 20% move. It's possible. It's just not my type of stock, my type of situation. So maybe we'll try that in small size today on Wayfair. All right. Why do we bring Unity up? I think they have earnings tomorrow. Unity earnings are August 2nd. No, in a couple days. And there was a price target increase from Piper Sandler again. How do I say that? Piper Sandler. All right. They raised from 43 to 48. Not a massive increase, but it's on my radar because these growth stocks are just on fire. These are the former darlings, basically. That was the word I was looking for earlier. These former darlings are all just running. These RK type stocks, including Unity and Uber and DraftKings, they're all just exploding. So that's on my radar. Not going to be a top pick today. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. Now let's go back to some of our other stocks that we've been nailing. Look at SoFi. Wow. We'll get to SoFi in a second. But Overstock, I'm looking for another run, okay? Probably this week is the week they rebrand completely to Bed Bath & Beyond. Might even be later today. If I had to bet on it, I'd say it's either later today or tomorrow that you're going to see all the traffic from Bed Bath & Beyond reactivate, basically, and they're going to merge all the backends and everything, and the app and everything's going to become one, and there'll be a press release. Overstock is now Bed Bath & Beyond, right? I think that'll be another big catalyst that's going to give you another spike similar to what we saw last week. So I'm sticking with this with a $43 price target at the 200-week moving average on Overstock. And then we have PSQH. This could be the week, and it could even be tonight. I don't know the exact date. Not tonight. It's July 31st. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, I don't have the full chart on this one, unfortunately, again. But PSQH could be the situation here where it's going to be the advertisement on the Tucker Carlson show. Once we get that advertisement on the Tucker Carlson show, we go again. The target you don't see here, we did this with Rex on Friday, but 15 to 20, and that matches Rex's analysis, matches mine. 15 to 20 is your sell zone. Anything down here, $12, $13 is your buy zone. And then I'm looking to be completely out of the stock on the next pump that the market's going to pump it on this Tucker Carlson catalyst. Okay, that's PSQH. Let me skip APRN for 1 second. Go to SoFi. Listen, I've had very bad luck trading SoFi. I don't know well. I don't know financials well. So I just decided I'm not even going to try it. All right. But it looked like mixed results this morning. Revenue was a big beat. I think their EPS came in light. Their guidance, their margins were a little light. Their net interest margins were light. They did increase their guidance. The thing tanked initially, and now it's exploding. So great. If you played that, wonderful. I'm sure a lot of people make money on SoFi today, but I just don't understand it well enough. I don't understand financial companies and banks well enough and all the factors that go into their earnings and how interest rates affected and all that kind of stuff. It's not my expertise area, so I simply avoid it. So that's okay. People can have fun with SoFi. We'll have fun with ACHR and PLTR and GDRX and all the rest. So, all right, APRN wanted to bring to your attention. I'm planting seeds again. Okay, this chart is not fully accurate because it's not adjusted for the split. But I will tell you here, I'm looking at my desktop right now. We did have a move over the 20-day move. Oh, it is. It is accurate. Somehow it's accurate, even though they have this. It's just a coincidence. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, on this chart and on my desktop, it's just trying to break above the 20 DMA on Friday. And they have earnings coming up. Okay, they have earnings coming up next week, I believe it is, soon. I think it's next week. So, and you know the backstory. You should know the backstory of APRN. Well, maybe we'll try to cover it Wednesday on our collaborative session at 4 p.m. Again, for those who... This is a good, decent risk reward, even though it's a high risk stock, but ahead of earnings on a 20 DMA break or attempted 20 DMA break Friday. This stock, we told you, it could be a 10 bagger this year. Potential for a 10 bagger, but also potential they do a bad financing and it goes to 250. So very high risk, very high reward. And right now, I just see a window of opportunity for a trade, an event anticipation trade going into earnings that could be just a little bit of a nice layup over here. So started, I think, did we start? Maybe not for the hedge fund, but my personal account, I started adding a little bit of APRN on Friday. We'll see where that goes. So APRN, PSQH, and Overstock, I think, are all things with potentially imminent catalysts coming up. Uber has earnings, I believe, tomorrow. Man, I've heard a lot of great things about Uber recently. I mean, the bullish flow from analysts, from people on social media, from people I trust, colleagues, just has not stopped at all. And I think there's even chatter of them getting into the Dow or S&P or getting upgraded to some index they're not in already. So something to look at. We don't really do earnings bets here, but I'm considering maybe adding this to our long-term portfolio because, just because and this morning, again, I think there was, let me see, was there another analyst this morning out this morning? No, not this morning. All right, but I did see the relative strength this morning. I've seen the strong news flow over the last couple of weeks. Just wanted to bring it to your attention. Earnings are tomorrow. I don't really play earnings, but might be something for the long term. DraftKings, I had really a good strength Friday with a 52-week high. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. One of these growth RK stocks doing really well. Lots of catalysts coming up as well in terms of expansion of gambling in different states. So that's good for DraftKings. We got Rivian, lots of crazy bullish. Like I've seen articles all the time from analysts with big price targets at $30, $35. They're turned around the corner. Um, EV, as far as an EV play, I'm hearing like analysts also saying like Rivian is even a better EV play than Tesla. I mean, the bullishness by institutions is really crazy right now in Rivian. So maybe this is something. I don't have a catalyst for today, and earnings are when? Earnings are next week. So maybe this is something I want to consider. I think we have a small position in one of our accounts, but maybe this is something that warrants a long-term position. That's Rivian. LAP, let's continue monitoring this for a breakout after the analyst finally came up and upgraded it after like 2 weeks of straight down, straight down, straight down. They also have earnings coming up, so you can start seeing event anticipation run here in 2 weeks if they come out and give more transparency in terms of the revenue they're getting from Rivada, and if they can assure the market they're not going to have to do another raise. LLAP could skyrocket because of that potential of skyrocketing after earnings. I think you could see event anticipation going into earnings on LLAP on this 50 DMA cross. You got a target, near-term target here of 156. We'll see. Maybe it can even break that 156. A big catalyst to look out for is if Bank of America comes out and increases their price target. They're like the only analyst with like a sell rating on this thing. And when they put that out, the stock like crashed. Every other analyst is at like $5, $10, $15 price targets. So Bank of America, if they come out after the ITU approval, Rivada hopefully getting their funding. If they come out and change their mind, you can see a massive short squeeze on LAP. So keep that on your list. S-Dot was a failed trade last week. Sorry, guys, we're not going to win them all. We took a big loss on it. I think we still have a little bit. We're looking to sell the rest for a loss today. It happens. That's why you have to manage your allocations and come up with your own risk management plan. Talk, I think we're out of all of our swing shares. That was fun. We have a long-term position still we're not touching, but we got in at like 150, and I think it kind of missed our swing target, though. I was looking for a little bit higher. I forgot what the swing target was, but I just saw it started getting really heavy in the 180s. There's a huge seller at 182, 183, double top. So he said, all right, that's enough for the swing. So we're at a talk, still in for the long term. I think it's probably, if they continue executing, going to $2, $3, $4, something like that within the next couple quarters. So that's a great stock to kind of hold in a long-term account at this point. All right, let's head back to the top here and see what are our top picks for the day going to be. Look, I can't be Palantir, all right, because we're at the first resistance here at $19. If we break 19, then it becomes support intraday, or if we close above 19, then you're heading to the low 20s. So this is a solid long-term stock, long-term swing at this point for move to the low to even mid-20s. The $25 target is by Dan Ives, right? Wedbush. And then we have Rex on his show. He told us, looks like it's heading to 30. So great long-term stock. But as far as like short-term trading and short-term swings, do you really want to buy? Getting in at 17 with us Friday pre-market, that was the move. So we'll have to see. We'll just have to kind of see how it interacts with this $19 resistance, and then make a decision from there if we want to have like a bigger swing exposure to the low 20s, or I think we probably sold some here close to 19 resistance. Or the alternative is it gets blocked at 19, comes down. So I'm not going to pick that as a top pick for the day because of this interaction with the first resistance of 19, but very good for a long-term position at this point. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make ACHR first, not necessarily at 532. Okay, you just gotta find the right entry. I'm going to put GDRX up here too. All of these, you just got to find the right entry. We're just up too big this morning, okay? Not necessarily can you just buy right now, all right? I want to put Wayfair in the top 5, but, maybe 3, 4, 5. We'll see what else gets in here because that's more risky in my opinion. And then what we're going to do is continue to look at here. PSQH and Overstock need to be up here because of the imminent catalysts. I'm going to put Wayfair 5. Okay. We got Palantir and APRN. I'm going to put right after that. Yeah, that's looking good. I got to move LAP up for continuation though. Let's move LAP up over here. Let's put apron right above it. Right above apron. All right, now let's see what this looks like. I think I'm going to like this. So ACHR, number one pick for the day. All right, gave you those levels, 520s or whatever. If it this has a potential of breaking 558 today. Okay, if it does, then 6. It could go to 6. Okay, so even at these prices, I'm still going to keep it at the top pick of the day. Good RX, I do like that. I gave you the targets on that. I think, yeah. 787. So that's up there as your second one, but just be careful with the entries. Things are up so much. It's a little bit, right? It's a little bit scary buying right at these prices. PSQH, yes, things are looking really good for Tucker Carlson. I love that. Overstock, I think we're kind of waiting for a catalyst or anticipating a press release today or tomorrow on the rebranding. All right, I like the look of this. It's about, okay, I have like kind of 7, 8 stocks you can see here at the top of the list. And I like these top 3. I'm going to move Wayfair up to 4. Yeah, I'm going to move Wayfair up to 4. Yeah, let's lock it in right here. ACHR, Good RX, PSQ Holdings, Wayfair, kind of like the top 4. All right, let's put in that guy. I think we got a top 4 today. All right, then our second tier that we're watching is Overstock, LAP, Plant Your Seed for Apron, and Palantir. We're going to have to see what happens if it can break that 19 level. All right. Good luck, guys. We're going to spread the word. 1 p.m. we'll do an update. It'll be at storytrading.com YouTube or youtube.com storytrading. That'll open to the whole world. So we'll see you at 1 p.m. And is that all the activities we got for today? I think that's it. We'll be on Wolf Financial Spaces. I'll try to be at 5 p.m., hopefully to collect our word for being long Overstock and SMCI last week, which both did really well. All right. Have a great day, folks. And let's try to increase the collab in the VIP trading room and the app. Really appreciate everyone's collaboration there. Take care. See you soon.